DA approved Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
If they like us, welcome back to X-Play.
We have a game based on a cult multiplayer party game about invertebrate on invertebrate violence that up until now has only been 2D.
Here's our review of the aptly titled Worms 3D. Who would have thought heavily armed annelids would make for great gameplay?
Watch this one!
Finally, the Worms series has moved to fully three-dimensional environments, which you could have probably guessed from the title, Worms 3D. Yeah. Worms 3D is a turn-based action game where cute, cartoony wormies pummel each other beyond recognition. There are tons of weapons, like grenades, bazookas, shotguns, and exploding sheep. Wind speed and direction, gravity and weapon charging times all affect your ability to hit the opponent worm. We here at X-Play didn't know worms harbored such aggressive tendencies, but we immediately saw the potential for a low-overhead, high-yield gambling ring and procured a supply of rare Mexican fighting worms. While these worms have hands, it turns out real worms don't, so getting them to hold the guns was a bit of a problem. But with a little perseverance and a little tape, it all worked out. I'll give you a minute to place your bets with the house, so back to the game. Although the single-player campaign mode does contain a series of objective-based missions, there's virtually nothing in the way of plot or storyline in any of the Worms games. There's no setup, the cutscenes are purely for amusement, and the game's focus is entirely on great gameplay and mass wormy carnage. Not to mention multiplayer fun. Worms 3D is a perfect party game. Unfortunately, only the Xbox and PC versions have online play. While you can get an overhead and first-person aiming view in Worms 3D, the overhead camera is particularly limiting in how well you can control it. Some of the weapons, like the homing attacks, are much harder to use this time around, and long-distance aiming of any weapon is far harder than it used to be. And one of the best tactics is to simply knock your opponent's worm into the water instead of trying to shotgun them to death, because worms can't swim. Wait, can they? No, they can't. These are slight complaints, however, and without a doubt, Worms 3D gives this classic series a fresh facelift. If you want something that's different from any other game out there, look for Worms 3D. It gets a 4 out of 5.
We won! We won!
Okay, wormies, attack! Very disappointing. I have to say, though, no worms were hurt in the making of this review. Seriously, we paid them union wages, and then I gave them to Adam to re-release into the wild where they can crawl freely in the dirt and spend their hard-earned money. Right, Adam?
No, totally. I get into this guy with the fishing pole he said he'd take really good care of them. What?